Last summer I sat down with Nikki McNeill from Global PR at Exit Festival. I actually look really blooming tanned in this video, it's quite funny. And it's taken me a while to edit it, but now I'm kind of fully swinging with the editing process. I still think there's loads of value in this content. Just really interesting conversation. So I hope I'm putting it out now and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks. So for the next in our series, I'm focusing on people in the music industry that don't want to be basically not the DJ, but the people that work behind the DJs and the festivals and the parties. We're meeting up with head of Global PR, Nikki, to chat and find out about what your role is and how you go about it.
Well, cool. Well, obviously, thanks for joining us at Exit Festival this year. So it's actually day 4 and we're a bit tired now, so we'll try our best. I obviously run a PR company and we work on mainly festivals and we work with a lot of techno DJs. It's actually our company's 10-year anniversary this year, so that's
amazing,
quite exciting.
Amazing!
So that's a one little tick box of being able to keep it going for that long. Obviously didn't start there, you know, it wasn't easy to get into this industry, as you know, maybe particularly as a girl as well. When I first started, you could only kind of be a PA or a receptionist back in those days.
Oh really? Oh wow.
So showing my age a bit there, but hopefully it's, I hope it's the industry's progressed more, so there's more roles that, girls can get into instead of having to start at the bottom there.
Did you find that a real graft then at the start?
I just accepted that that's the way it was. I mean, guys ended up having to be post boys and you worked your way up that way as well.
Right, okay.
It was just kind of the way it was and you didn't kind of question things so much then. But I think as you get kind of older and more knowledgeable, you then look back and go, well, why was it like that? And it's good that there are a lot of people, younger people doing that now. So hopefully they won't be stuck in roles that I was for so long and they're able to go into more exciting, creative and interesting roles.
Yeah, there's a lot of push on that in the music dancing moment anyway, to give more exposure to girls in the industry and get them in more, including us, we're trying to help find more people and inspire more people and just show more talent in that area as well.
Yeah, as we all know, girls are good multitaskers, so we're good behind the scenes people to get things done.
So let's talk about things getting done. Let's talk about day to day. I guess you have, from my thinking, you have two kind of day to days. You have day to day in the office and day to day in the festival.
Yeah, when we're working on site, obviously it's completely different because you have a different kind of time scale. You're not getting up at the normal time. You're not getting the same sleep. So normally we would meet for breakfast and go through all our daily schedules around 10 o'clock. Then we'll go on site. We have to meet with tour managers, artist managers to check they're okay with the interview schedules and what's happening. Normally interviews would start around 6 o'clock. They go on till 3 in the morning.
Whoa.
And in between that we're often taking media on stage or to front of stage or to areas they need to go to in the festival to get the content they need. And then try and have a little dance at the end and try and have an early night, but then of course you end up going to bed at least after 5 o'clock every night and then you're up early again. And in all of that, you're still trying to do your other clients' work while you're going day to day. So it can be a bit stressful. Yeah,
of course. I guess with Exit, it's obviously 4 or 5 days, and you arrive 2 days before. Or?
Yeah, I normally arrive on Tuesday and I leave on Tuesday, so it's a week here. This year we had an extra day 0, so it's 5 days this year. So we didn't have that extra day to get things done. So it's a little bit more pressure at the start, but we kind of made it work. So hence the shades today.
Yeah, day,
shades on.
Last day of the festival, legs are feeling a little bit sore. Lots of walking.
Yeah, lots of walking with the cobbles on the fortress.
And then day to day, office day to day, I guess is a little bit more structured than 9 to 5.
Actually, day to day at home would probably be very boring. To most people, I think it'd be much more glamorous. I'm a very early riser. I like to go to the gym in the morning. I'm a bit like Rebecca. I'm a bit of a CrossFit person. So I'll get up probably early. Normally I go straight to my emails, probably about 7 or 8 in the morning. Might think about getting dressed and having breakfast 2 hours later. You get a bit carried away. Obviously you can get away with that at home, but you just have to hope no one knocks at the door with a package or something while you're looking completely like shit in a dressing gown. So and then it would just be emails. I live on Google Docs, all these things, and you're just chasing people. A lot of my job is quite boring. You're putting pictures to media like yourself with ideas for interviews or features, or you're offering press trips. You often have to do press trip itineraries. You know, you're asking media if they want interviews at events, so you're constantly doing different things for different clients, but it's mainly sat in front of your laptop, email and Google Docs. That's what I am a slave to.
So I guess being organised is pretty
It is, yeah, definitely. I mean, sometimes you go out for meetings, sometimes I go into London once a week, do a few meetings just to get out of the house. But yeah, it is very laptop based. So people would think, you know, yeah, it's great, you're always out drinking at parties, whatever. Actually, you're not. You're a slave to your laptop.
Yeah, I feel the same. I feel the same. Like all the week, I just email,
Yeah.
and then you go away the weekend, you're like. Right.
And you're like, the boring bit is definitely worth it for the exciting music bit.
Of course.
So it does balance out, but yeah, it can be a bit boring and stressful to some people. Like when I first started, you'd be doing photocopy, doing press packs, doing mail outs by hand. So I guess now all the boring stuff is online, you know.
And then let's talk about new technology. I mean, any new apps that you really rely on? I guess you said Google Docs already.
Yeah, Google Docs. I suppose we do a lot of reposts for Instagram posts for clients and artists and things, but yeah, mainly Google. I don't get so much in the social media side because our clients do that, so we just give them tips on what they should be doing content-wise to help them, but most clients have their own teams doing that, so we just kind of help them get the content and help with ideas. But that's
cool. And then how did you get into this? Where did you start?
Actually, I suppose I owe a lot of my music direction to Kiss FM as a pirate. That's kind of what got me into electronic music. I used to listen to that, and then when it finally became an FM, Dangerous Dave Pearce at the time had a drive time show, and he had a competition to win a radio rig to your school.
Wow.
So me and my friend at school sent him a schoolgirl kissogram with a poem.
Wow.
That was probably my first guerrilla PR activity, and we won, and we had a radio rig to our school. I think Grahame Gold at the time came. He was the breakfast show DJ. He was the breakfast show DJ at the time, Grahame Gold, and he came and they showed us how to make a radio show, and we all had a go, and it was really good fun. And I thought, yeah, that would be cool. And then he was telling me about promotions and behind the scenes stuff, and he said because I'd organised that, I might be good at doing that. So I was like, okay, then that planted the seed in my head that maybe I should do promotions. So I guess Kiss FM and Grahame Gold planted the seed for me to be doing promotion stuff. I mean, I did end up doing some student radio stuff at my local university, so I did a show there for 2 years.
Oh wow.
Little did I realise it's because students didn't want to do a show on Saturday night, so they gave me that slot because they're out drinking. But I did that for 2 years. I called it the Baseline Breakdown, and I invited lots of record labels who I was blagging records on my show to come and see what I was doing to show it was real. And I had Judge Jules on my show.
Amazing.
I had Richard Russell from XL came on my show. You know, and so I had quite a lot. I've probably got the cassette somewhere that I could probably really embarrass people with. I'll have to dig them out. But yeah, that's kind of how I started there. That was kind of my first experience. And then when I went to university, I went to the Hacienda and Cream, so I met a lot of people there. So I was lucky enough to experience those before they kind of closed.
Did you study Manchester then?
Yeah, I was at Manchester Uni and I did media and business.
Okay, cool. And I guess that helped with your further progression.
Actually, it didn't. I don't think a degree helped me at all. I think it was actually experience. Because I went to a girls' school and I was taught that at the time you must do A levels, you must go and do a degree, you will get a job and you will do the same job for the rest of your life. You know, I think now it's so different. You know, I don't think I needed that at all. When I then finished uni and went into a job, I found I was 2 years behind on wages and things because other kids went straight from school and they got the experience. So the experience seemed to outweigh the degree then, and it was who you knew. So I think it took me a little bit longer to kind of move up the ladder because of that. I should have just gone straight in there and started and got stuck in, I think, for me.
Yeah, I think with music these days you kind of have to constantly learn and evolve as you're going as well. So like what we were doing, what I say that you've been doing 10 years, I've been doing 9 years. So what we were doing 9 years ago is completely different to what I'm doing now, and I guess same with PR. you've got more challenges and new things you can use and new tools you can use.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a big wave of the blogs being popular, and everyone would always say, yeah, we love blogs, we want to be in blogs. But as soon as you have a blog interview opportunity, probably about 90% of people will refuse it, going, it's too small. So it's they say one thing and do another, so that becomes quite difficult. Obviously there's, the media need to keep going, so you need obviously advertising as well. So there tends to be a lot more media deals going on in, where advertising is involved more. So I tend to get more involved in advertising as well now as just kind of PR content. And also when you're doing a campaign now, there's also the issue where you have to think about your digital strategy, like will you announce first on social media to your fans, when will radio get it, when will press get it. Back in the day it would always be club promo first, then first radio play, then the press, then you get the reviews. But now we have the social media element. Sometimes people want to drop it all on there first. It just depends on the artist or the event and how your following works, how the fans engage with you, what you think would work best for you.
I guess from a fan's point of view, they want to hear it. They want to hear it first from the person they're following. So that makes a load of sense.
Exactly. So those are extra things you have to then think about. So then you have to have involved in the meetings, the digital agency, the PR, the management. So it becomes a much bigger kind of group you have to liaise with and make things work with.
Yeah, cool. Okay, and then let's just chat about highlights of the career so far.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really think of it like that. When you just think you're really lucky to be doing what you're doing. So I don't know. I guess it's all a highlight. I mean, I suppose it's the trips away when you get to travel and you get to meet really interesting people. That's why I really love working on international events. You just meet so many amazing people, learn about different places, different countries, different cultures. So I really, really like doing that.
Yeah, I guess you do some really the ones that you do are quite nice places to go as well.
Yeah.
Hungary and Serbia.
Yeah, really lucky. I mean, I was probably one of the first people to start promoting international events to the UK. The first time I went to Exit was in 2004. Wow. That was the first one I started doing. And I think back in the day it was events, people would travel to Ibiza and Miami, it would be Exit, it would be Roskilde was big then, and also there's one in Holland, was it Dance Valley, everyone used to go
Dance
to.
Valley, yes, they did as well, yeah.
So they were the kind of big ones, and then obviously back then, everyone wanted to do artist PR, and that was the big money thing. But now, because festivals have kind of exploded, everyone seems to want to do PR for festivals now, so it means you have to watch your back a bit and have really good relationship with your clients, for sure. Which I do. I mean, I really like working with people I like, an event you believe in, because it is hard work, we're here, it's 5 days, we're all tired, we all have issues with artists and things go wrong, it's very stressful, but at the end of the day you're a family, so all the stress is worth it at the end.
Yeah, I guess from our side there's more and more foreign festival content. I was thinking the other day, I haven't actually written about anything club-based in the UK for a good couple of days. I was like, right, I better go and find something because there's the explosion of European festivals.
There's a new one popping up every time. I just don't know where they come from. It is quite amazing. I think there's going to have to be a plateau at some point. Do people have enough money to keep going to them all? I really don't know.
Yeah, I guess, but I guess it's for Exit, the reach of how the countries that come to Exit must be quite it must be quite wide. There must be good 20, 30, 40 countries.
I think it's probably over 50. I mean, even actually in my hotel this time, the lady told me there was 2 guys from China this year.
Wow.
And they've said they've seen an increase in kind of Asian tourists this year. They've had a lot of people from Turkey this year. We always get obviously lots from the UK and Holland. But it's always interesting when you bump into someone you've not met. Where are you from? Wow, that's amazing. So I think when I work on Ziga, they have, I think, 90 to 100. I mean, that's really massive there. They have a lot of South Americans, a lot of Asian tourists there, from virtually every country. They all love flying their flags, and it's lovely to see that music can still bring people together. And Exit actually started as a student protest against the Milosevic regime, and I think that's quite important now because there's so much change and turmoil in the world, and music still continues to bring people together to make change, like the Manchester concert and all these things. So I think the history of Exit particularly will probably resonate with young people today, that music can still bring people together and actually make a difference. And I think that's really important.
Yeah, I guess, and the Manchester thing was incredible how many people they turned out quite quickly, and also the kind of social sort of reach of it once it happened, and the amount of artists that were going, right, I'm going to support this, and telling all their fans to support it. It was incredible, really.
Yeah, so it's really good to be part of something when you know that music is obviously our fun space, our happy space where we go and have fun, but it also can mean something and actually help change things, so that's also good. Okay,
cool. And then let's talk about home and family and and I guess away from music. What's your life like generally? You know.
Well, I suppose we lived in London for a while, and then as everybody else, you can't afford to buy a bigger place, so you have to move out. So we live in Surrey now. So it's only about 20 minutes on the train to London, so I do my meetings once a week. Nice. It's not too bad, so it's nice to have. I do love my garden. Most people comment on my Instagram pictures of my garden, but it's just so nice having a green space that you can sit out in, do what you want. It's not overlooked. You know, it's like simple pleasures, just having a nice quiet space.
Yeah.
You know, pottering around in the garden. And I mentioned before, you know, I like to keep fit, so I do a bit of CrossFit style like Rebecca. So, you know, you have to keep fit, and also it helps when you're running from around on a festival site like this when it's boiling hot.
Yeah.
So if you're fit, that definitely helps you stay awake and run around.
Yeah, I bet it does at Exit because it's a lot of hills and so hot and so many cobbles.
Yeah.
And yeah, I bet also staying awake till 8 in the morning. I feel like if you're fitter, you can. You just keep a lot.
It definitely helps you keep going with the cardio when you're running around in the heat for sure. You know, a lot of my friends live in the area. You know, we like doing a lunch or a dinner.
Nice.
You know, I have some crazy hobbies. You know, I do pole dancing for fitness.
Wicked.
So, you know,
Wicked.
Done a bit of fire eating, all these crazy
have
things.
You?
Yeah.
Oh, my friend did that once on New Year's Eve. They have this weird thing where the whole street comes out and at midnight, and they all throw paper airplanes and bash pots and pans, and then there's a fire eater. And my friend did it, and she's come back going, I'm breathing gas. I could for about 3 hours later, she's going, I'm still breathing gas. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, you have to do it right. But I just think you only live once. You have to try these crazy things.
Yeah, and then I guess I saw also Instagram. I see you travel lots.
Yes. Yeah, I love travel. I mean, that's why I love working on events abroad with my job. You know, I love going to places. I don't have enough time to be on the beach and chill out though, so I need to plan that more better for the future.
Yes. Okay. And then let's talk about future. How do you see a career progression, or how do you a company progression?
You know, I don't think I'm the kind of person that wants to be a massive company and have global domination. You know, I just like working with people I like, doing what I'm doing. Yeah. You know, and if I can keep doing that and earn a living doing that, then that's fantastic. I don't really feel I need to want to be anything else.
And then finally, I guess, if people want to get into your role, how's the best way to go about it?
Okay, well, when I started, we had a lot of interns or do work experience. I think now it's better because with the internships, you know, they're supposed to be paid. Yep. You know, so at least you can get your travel costs covered and a bit like that, which I think is much fairer. You know, I've heard horror stories of people doing, you know, internships or work experience for like 6 months, and the people are constantly saying, yeah, there'll be a job soon, and it's just taking the piss out of people. You can't. I would say never do an internship for probably longer than 2 or 3 months, because then you're really being taken the piss out of. You know, definitely try and do some different roles. You know, you've got to be willing to work from the bottom as well. You know, we've had a few people before where, you know, they don't want to do that. They want to be up there. And the thing is, we've all started at the bottom, you know, doing mail outs, doing the boring things. You know, you have to do that. You can't just be up there. You have to learn everything. You know, I mean, I always try not to give them all the really boring things to do, and some exciting projects to work on to keep their attention, but you have to learn the basics with anything. Like if you're learning a new skill, you're going to have to do the basics and the boring bit first. But yeah, just try and get some work experience somewhere. You know, lots of festivals actually often have volunteers where you can work on the site, so that's a way of getting a free ticket as well.
Also a good way, I guess, of making a network, because you're meeting the promoters and some, you know, some of the backstage people. Yeah,
networking is definitely a good thing. You know, you just got to be willing to graft, go out and meet people, do things for free. You know, but you've got to like put yourself out there, and you can't expect everything. You know, you have to learn first and prove yourself.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I think there are more opportunities. I mean, if you look at someone like Kylie Wilford, she has definitely gone up there, and she's everywhere. You know, I think she's a really good example of somewhere who's really worked hard to get where she is. You know, with her radio show and everything. So you know, it is possible. You know, I suppose it's like me when I first started. You know, you're ringing up radio stations and doing like going to meet them, doing work experience. you know, if you really want it, you will get it. Someone will notice the talent in you and believe in you.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank
Lovely to see you as
you.
always. And yes, thanks.
Yeah, well, good luck, everyone.
Thank you.